Preparatevi a vedere una barca che
Get ready to see a boat that only one of you can have. Why? Because like all OTAMs, it is unique. It is sturdy, powerful, aggressive and exclusive. We are about to see and navigate aboard the OTAM 58 GTS.
58 GTS.
Power and speed are the dream of many motorsport enthusiasts, but at sea, everything is more difficult. The shipyard has always developed boats of this type and knows the engineering and all the necessary construction techniques to make a great yacht run. The hull was designed by the specialist Umberto Tagliavini, who chose a dihedral angle aft of 21 degrees, which is impressive for a model that is 16.8 metres long. We have already seen this hull in the HT and open versions. This is a restyle signed by Giuseppe Bagnardi's BG design firm, following to OTAM's DNA and the owner's choices. The painting of the hull is custom with products of the highest quality, and the engines have the same colour. OTAM realises unique models for customers who value construction processes, materials, technologies and assembly methods. Those who choose OTAM not only love speed and style, they also love engines and understand why there must be 4 dynamic intakes on the foredeck, plus 2 on the roof as well. Don't you know why they're there? Well then, you are not worthy of an OTAM. At the stern there are 2 sun decks separated by a central hallway that leads us to the swimming platform. Do you hear them roar? These are the engines. From here, the air extracted from the engine room comes out. Instead, this is the gangway, and this is an OTAM patent. It lifts tenders up to 400 kilos. In the cockpit, there are many seats that are well protected by the hardtop and by side windows. A long cabinet houses the sink, the ice maker, the fridge and the wine cellar. Basically, it is an inviting bar area. The ceilings of the hardtop, as well as the entire dashboard, which is near the windshield, are covered with Alcantara. Also, the cockpit is cooled by a tropical air conditioning system. The navigation bridge is the most exciting thing you can have in front of your eyes. There are 2 displays, the first one here and the other in the centre of the dashboard. They are both from bone-in glass and are for controlling navigation, engines and the entire boat. The interiors are made on board, piece by piece, strictly by hand for maximum precision. Thanks to the structural bulkheads, which are anchored both to the floor and to the deck, it is possible to use any furnishing material, even the most unusual ones for a boat that runs over 55 knots on the sea. It is produced with Aramat fibres, Kevlar and fiberglass. Also, all its parts, including the floors, are elements that contribute to the creation of a monolithic hull. The interior compartmentalization has no constraints. The layout of rooms, their number, size and furnishings are a puzzle to be assembled together with the owner and his architect. On this model there are 2 double cabins, one forward, which is the largest, with storage spaces around the bed and 2 closets, one of which has 2 doors. The bathroom has fine elements such as Labrador granite, that has the same light reflection as the leather lining that covers the bulkheads. No less comfortable is the guest cabin, which has enough closet space for a cruise and also a private bathroom. There is also a single cabin that can be used for a crew member, which also has a private bathroom. In the entrance hallway, there is a piece of furniture equipped as a kitchen.
c'è molta tensione.
There is a lot of excitement, and I now have to tell you that I'm also very excited.
Ci sono molte persone.
Many members of the boat show crew did not want to miss this test, and I understand why. They are all here on board with me. Just think that right now there are 10 of us here on the boat.
Abbiamo due motori della MTU da 1830 cavalli.
We have two 1,830 horsepower MTU engines coupled to Arneson surface propulsion, the ASD-14s. I'll bring the trim to a zero position, which is the neutral one, so that I can raise or lower them.
Quella neutra, potrei abbassarli e potrei alzarli.
The flaps, on the other hand, are all down. I begin to give some gas.
Solo sentire il rumore delle turbine.
Just hearing the sound of the turbines makes me understand that today we are going to experience something very special.
Vedo questo lungo ponte di prua che sfiora l'orizzonte.
I see this long foredeck that skims the horizon, and then slowly, as the speed increases, the horizon lowers. Let's get into trim. We're at 20 knots right now. The boat doesn't even give me time to accelerate. It picks up speed by itself. The propellers are huge. They have 6 blades. We are already at 27 knots, 28, 29. As the speed increases, the efficiency of the propeller also increases, and the regression, that is, the slippage in the water, is reduced. But until now, everything has been very easy. We reached 30 knots, and the engines are at 1,500 RPM, and the load on the engines is 85%. Consumption is 170 litres per hour for each engine.
C'è un po' di mare mosso, tante onde procurate proprio dalle altre imbarcazioni.
There is a bit of rough sea, and there are many waves made by other boats, but we don't feel them at all. I also managed to avoid boat traffic because the rudder wheel, despite having several turns to spare, actually allows the hull to veer quickly. In fact, I enjoy changing courses even if it's not necessary, because it is perceptive and precise in its response.
Anche se non è il caso, tanto è sensibile, tanto è precisa la risposta. Dovevo mettere un cardiofrequenzimetro.
I should have put on a heart rate monitor, but my guess is that I'm already at around 150 beats per minute, and I haven't speeded up yet.
Assetto magnifico, barca stesa sull'acqua.
The trim is wonderful. The boat is stretched out on the water. I can control the boat easily, even with the waves on beam reach. We're at 35 knots. Let me try to remove the flaps.
Adesso provo a togliere un po' i flap. Sì, a questa velocità.
At this speed, we can almost cancel their effect.
Perfetto. Ho bisogno di prendere un po' di confidenza, è come andare in pista con una supercar, non è che al primo giro.
I need to build some confidence. It's like going back to the track with a supercar. It's not like you set the record on the first lap. You have to get to know it, and to do so with a beast like this requires some time and patience, but I don't have that, so full throttle. We remove the flaps completely. We're at 40 knots.
Completamente. Siamo a 40 nodi. Beccheggiamo dolcemente. Proviamo ad aiutarci anche con il trim delle propulsioni.
We're softly pitching, so let's try to get help from the surface propulsion trim. We are consuming 400 litres per hour and the speed is 40 knots. I don't need any devices because the count is easy. We're consuming 10 litres per mile. Basically, we have a super powerful, aggressive and fast yacht, although we consume less than a slow and boring yacht.
Meno di uno yacht lento e noioso. Virare a 40 nodi.
Veering at 40 knots and catching the high wake of a large yacht is a thrill that I don't want to miss out on.
È un'emozione che non vi faccio scappare. È spettacolare.
It is spectacular. It goes through the waves without slamming into them.
Senza sbattere. Ok, mi sento pronto.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Full throttle. The load on the engines is 100% at 2,350 RPM. Let's remove the flaps. Let's raise the trim.
2450 giri minuto.
At 2,450 RPM, the load on the engines dropped to 95%, so I can push a little more. Speed is 55 knots.
45 nodi.
Amazing. Let's try and see if we can do even better. A little bit of flap, just a little bit.
56.
56 knots. I'll take some more trim off.
Tolgo ancora un po' di trim.
I feel like the propellers are pushing better. Just a little more.
E adesso ritolgo i flap. È tutta una successione di
And
aggiustamenti.
now I'll remove the flaps again. It is all a succession of very fine adjustments. After all, we are almost on a racing vehicle. The crew recommended that I look into the camera, but I can't do that. I can't lose control. I'm on a plane flying at a low altitude at a speed of 56.5 knots.
56 nodi, punto 5. Ora la velocità di crociera di questo yacht è di circa 40.
Now the cruising speed of this yacht is at least 45 knots, and from here in Cannes, we would reach Corsica in less than 2 hours, even if the conditions were not ideal, because this boat doesn't care.
Ne frega.